going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here. It's the end of March here in Minnesota. It's ice fishing season's kind of coming to an end here. But I just want to give you a review of my hub house I have here. It's the Otter XTH Pro Lodge. So it's the 8x8 size. They claim, I think 4 to 5 people can fit in here. I would say it's close. It's probably more comfortable for 3 to 4 anglers in terms of size here. We'll do a quick walk around here and just kind of walk through the features and my take on it. So far, I've had it for 2 ice seasons now. Just walk through features quick. So it's got Otter's obviously famous thermal tech. I think it's a 600 denier insulated quilt here. And you can see on the outside, it's a solid quilt here all around. So very good at wind resistance or blocking wind. And then the inside is kind of on the door here. You can see it's the quilted fabric. Which they say is really good at holding the heat in and retaining the heat and keeping moisture, that condensation out. So yeah, I'll walk through features here. There's 4 windows. So each window, we'll show you on the inside, has a cover over it for like a dark house. You could spear in here if you wanted to. But it's also got Velcro, as you can see, on each window. So you could actually pop these out completely if you had to, or if you just wanted better visibility, or if you wanted it completely open for more air coming through. So each corner here has this is how you pull it out here. So it's got the strap for pulling the actual hub corners out. And then each one of these has a little pouch on each side for wind. So these are just the wind straps. So you could actually anchor them down if you wanted to. I've used them quite a bit on windy days, so they come in handy to keep the hub from, if it actually gets windy enough, the hub will actually kind of pop in or whatever. So they're nice for that. Each corner has these ice lock systems from Otter, so they're adjustable straps. You can anchor them down here, and then these actually extend out to keep the corners tensioned or whatever. So there's no slack there when it's windy. And then 2 of the corners here have the actual propane port little inlets here. So I think this is probably the best feature, or one of the best features of this hub house compared to others, is that, so 2 sides of them has that, so you don't have to dig your propane hose or whatever under the actual skirting here of the house. So you can keep your propane tank outside when you're fishing. I think that's a really nice feature. Reflective corners, I guess, for safety, and on the sides here too. So yeah, there's 2 different types of windows too, like I showed you over here. There's the smaller ones here, which is like eye level if you're sitting down in the hub house. And then there's the standing level ones over here too. So there's 2 of each on this house. Yeah, that's kind of the outside here in terms of features. We'll get in the inside here quick, but it came with an oversized, I think it's a 900 denier storage bay here. And that's another good feature of this too, is a lot of the manufacturers kind of cut you short on this, and they give you one that's kind of like when you buy a tent too, just big enough to fit in there. And then once you're actually out on the ice and everything's got ice on it and snow buildup, it's hard to get back in. So I think that's one thing Otter did nice, was give you plenty of or a little extra real estate here for stowing it when you're done. On the bottom here, it's got like a vinyl kind of protective skid here too. Just one more protective feature from your for your house when you're actually storing it and moving it. And then it has this tension strap here that you can put around the house once you collapse it. It's an adjustable strap before you actually stow it in the bag here, which is nice too. So that kind of keeps things together better. And then it comes with the ice kit here too. So it comes with all the tie down anchors here that you screw into the ice. One accessory I bought, and I've had it for a while now, is, I think Brocraft is the brand. There's a bunch of other brands. Eskimo has them. The little cleave that goes around here, actually, so you can attach it to a drill. That makes short work when you're anchoring it down. So I bring the cordless drill with and do that quite a bit. That makes setup much easier. I guess one helpful tip with that in mind too is if you're setting it up by yourself, it's always nice to, before you completely pop it up, just take one corner here and take one anchor and screw that into the wind side, I would say. So then when you pop it up, it doesn't go blowing away on you. That's one helpful tip I've learned when setting these up. But yeah, we'll go through a walk through the inside here. So it's got 2 doors here. And they can Velcro up on the side here. Keep them out of the way. You can see it's a pretty good sized door. So plenty of room for getting in and out on both sides here. It's probably a little dark in here, but you can see I got the overhead jacket or hats or sweatshirt clothing type storage here. So there's 2 of those on each side here. Those are nice for keeping your jackets and that kind of things out of the way. Each side here has 2 vents for draft or keeping fresh air coming through. So those are really nice to have. Keep some flow, fresh air coming through. Like I said, the windows, you can see they're Velcro, so those can come out too if you want even more air coming through, or if they crack and you have to replace them someday. So that's kind of a nice feature. Some manufacturers actually sew them in completely, and then you're kind of hosed if they crack or break, and you can't get a replacement. So I think that's a really nice feature that Otter did here. In terms of other features, that's the overall height, I think, is one other thing to note too. So this being an 8x8 hub, it's very roomy in here. So I have ice camp in here. With 1 cot, you could easily fit 2 cots in here, no problem. So 2 people could ice camp in here for sure, and still have some room to actually drill holes and fish. So I'd say that's probably about the most you could do for ice camping. But again, going back to the size, it's very roomy in here. So 8x8, but the height is probably close to 6.5 feet tall here in the middle. So, you know, somebody over 6 feet tall would have no problem standing in here. One thing to note here too is the one feature I've added here. I might change this eventually, but this is just the clam LED hub light here. So it drills into the top actual stem or threaded stem piece there. So it's kind of a nice feature. It's built in. So when I stow it, I just have all the wiring going down here and hook it up to a 12-volt battery. And when I'm putting it away, I just put the alligator clips here on the actual netting here, just to kind of keep it contained when I pack it away. So provides plenty of light. That's one cool little accessory I added. If you guys want to drop a comment down below, any other accessories you've done or tricks you've done for your fish house, that'd be greatly appreciated. Just looking for some ins and outs here on things to accessorize these hub houses with. So I think there's plenty of potential and versatility with these that you can do. But yeah, we'll go through the rest of the features here. So like I said, there's 2 doors, 1 on each side. So in and out for multiple people, which is kind of nice. You don't have to move a bunch of stuff around when you're fishing with more than 3-4 people. And then here's the inside of the propane tank ports here. So that's one of the nicer features for sure. They have accessory and rod holders, little sleeves here on each side, so you can put rods in there, or little accessories or utensils if you wanted to. And then there's obviously the bigger sleeve bag here for gloves or phones or what have you, that kind of stuff, tackle boxes you can put in there. So there's 2 of those, or 1 on each side over here, opposite ends. So yeah, I'd say for the price, I got this a little over $300. You can't go wrong. It's super warm, especially when you bank it in properly. It's super warm. So for the price, you can't go wrong. The features, you can't go wrong. I've had it for a little over 2 seasons now, and yeah, it's held up great. So it's kind of my go-to fish house for most of the year, just because it's so versatile with the amount of people that you can fish in it. It's easy to bring out early ice, that kind of thing. You can ice camp in it as too. So plenty of things you can do with this. But yeah, if you guys have any tricks or trades or that kind of stuff on things you accessorize for them, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you could just let me know and kind of let others know on the channel here what are the ins and outs of things that you can do with these to make them better. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.